Hey everyone, this is Tonia Haddix.
And this is Amber Renee.
And you're listening to the Chimp Crazy Lady Show.
How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Right now I'm setting up the Patreon that we talked about.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be cool so people can just like join and can have like a digital hangout. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that'd be real cool.
Yeah. And then people that can't like make it to meetups could still meet with you.
Exactly. No, I would like that.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like I can interact and find out what, everybody's thinking and what everybody would like to see and that type thing.
So, what's going on? How's the spider monkey doing?
Everybody's doing fine. Actually, I've got finished doing all my chores for this morning, which is a lot. And so I was glad you said, hey, let's do that early, because then I think I'll go get my nails done.
Oh, that sounds fun. I wish I could join you.
I know, right? I do think that, you know, I always want to reiterate everybody needs to learn to be nice.
Oh, yes.
Being nice is, to me, it gets you so much more further than being ugly. And to me, if you have to go out of your way to show your ugly side, then I don't see the purpose in that. To be honest, because usually the other person don't care anyway. So what would be your point? You know, does it make you feel better that
Well,
you're
yeah.
being ugly to somebody? I'm trying to figure that out because it's so easy to just be nice. I mean, for real. I was going to say, I just feel better about myself if I can boost somebody up instead of lower them down. So,
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing is that they feel so like disgusting inside their self. Like they must not be very happy with their self and just have like a lot of self-criticism. And I think that when you criticize yourself, that you just start criticizing other people as well.
I guess,
And you,
I don't know. My mom always taught me if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. I mean, you can easily scroll past things. You don't have to comment.
yeah. I mean, again, yeah, I think misery loves company. And so people feel miserable and they really don't like seeing you not feel miserable.
Yeah, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because some days I'm miserable, but I try to stay away from people just so that I don't hurt people's feelings.
Who was it?
She's wanting me, that Mirabella, the one with George Santos, she's just really adamant about picking a day that I'm going to fly to New York and do that show. So,
Yeah, I responded to her and I gave her like some possibilities, but yeah.
she's adamant because she called me yesterday too, but I just kind of ignored it. But, anyways.
Yeah, she called me a lot and I was like, "Can we just talk about that?" I told her it would be good if we could all get on for a Zoom call and talk about it so that it's not like back and forth.
Right.
And I will let you know that the people you talked to yesterday in the UK want us to come to the UK to film in
You're
person.
kidding.
No.
Oh my God.
But I mean, I'm up for it if you are.
But that would be cool.
Yeah, because like they pay for the flights and the room and everything. So
Maybe we ought to think about it, but I got to get a passport.
yeah, it's just constant people.
Which is good. It's good for us, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really picking up more and more. So I'm glad that we started getting out there. I think everyone would love to see your howler monkey, honestly.
She's somewhere. She's floating around. Howler. Howler. I gotta show you this baby little squirrel monkey
Yes.
too. Hang on. I'm gonna go
Oh
get
my
it.
gosh, yes.
Monkey.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You see that little face? Is that not adorable? He's a little boy
That's so
and
cute.
he's 3 years old.
Aw.
I think they
Well,
got little.
I think I.
See that clown
What?
face? They have a
Yes.
clown. See how white, and then they have the thing around their mouth, kind of like a clown.
That's so cute.
They are cute, but they're no bigger in a minute.
Aw. How's he doing?
He's doing really good. He's taking a syringe really good. And he sleeps all the time. He's really a good baby, but he's on a heating pad. But I just thought I'd show it to you because I think it's
Aw.
cool. So I'm going to put him back on. You never know where
Yeah.
you're going to find her. She's a
She's a
character.
princess.
She thinks she is.
Well, I need to go to my car right now and drive over there to see that
Well, come
baby.
on. I wish you could come. Like I said, we were talking about it last night. Bring your girls and come.
I feel like when you have interviews, like if you do Dr. Phil and the stuff like that, that we could set up meet and greets while we're there
Yeah, I
as
agree.
well. Yeah. Also, of course, I'm working on some like meet and greet events. There was a club that wanted to host it, and then I was working on the brewery as well. So why are you bringing up like haters again? Are haters attacking you?
Oh, they always do, as you know, but I just think it's just really sad to me that they have to waste their time. I mean, there's so many other things they could do, and they could make a difference with their comments if they were positive, or if they even use constructive criticism. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that so many people online want to do that.
I know. I don't know. Every time I think about it, I just think of all the energy they have to expand to do that, to say something negative. They can even say something, maybe they don't like something or something, but you don't have to throw in, oh, well, with the money you made, you could, you know, wear better hair or do something, because you know what? That took away from anything that they said that might have validity.
Yeah, yeah, it's just yeah, toxic and I mean, very immature.
It is. And I'm like, okay, that's your opinion, but do you know how many people every day say that my hair looks good? Every day.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
So I'm just like, why did you have to take away from your, your true maybe reason, or maybe true validity and a statement they made, just because you have to throw something out to shoot a dagger at that person to take them down? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Because it went out to another country, and this was from another country, a lady from another country. But I was like, you know what? You had a valid point, because they keep saying, why do you pull these babies from their moms? And I'm like, well, to be honest with you, I've never bred a monkey, so I've never pulled the baby from their mom. So I haven't done that personally. I know people that do. I know that's their job. I know that's how they make money. But why is it okay that puppy breeders do the same thing? Or why is it that cat breeders do the same thing, but it's not okay if an exotic person does it? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it's unfortunate that the documentary spun this negative light about everything to make it so like sensationalized, because people have that idea and aren't like using critical thinking about, hey, that's probably not exactly what happened.
Right.
And then they're just like creating this whole narrative in their head that's not even true and attacking you about it. It's just, I guess they don't have anything else to do other than mull it over in their head. But yeah.
Well, and like I said, I want to be transparent, so I want to answer the questions, but not whenever you have to throw a dagger, because you know what? That dagger just doesn't do any good. I mean, to be honest with you, then I don't even want to look at the rest of the question, you know?
Yeah, it discredits everything that they were saying. And
It does.
I mean, it's bad karma too, honestly. Like everything you put out is
Amen.
going to come back.
Amen. Another thing me and you don't talk about, but one of the topics I'd like to see is human trafficking. You know, it's like really increased.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
That's a
this
big
thing
one.
with Diddy and all that is coming. Yeah. Well, it's really coming to light, but like
Oh,
yesterday I read where just here local down the road on I-44 they found a truck with adults with 7 kids that they were trafficking just at a random stop. So luckily they saved those 7 kids, but how many more do they not save? I mean, come on.
oh yeah,
I've
so many
always
that they
been,
don't save. And then,
yeah, I've always
what?
worried about that with women being out at night because I used to travel all hours of night with exotics and a lot of money, and I never thought twice of it. But now I don't even past midnight. I don't want to drive.
No, I'm the same way. And just like being out at any time of day, like I, I try not to watch like true crime things, but when I do, it's like any time of day, they'll just like abduct, well, especially
From a
children.
convenience store. I mean, you're not
Yeah.
safe. You're just not safe. I mean, for real.
Yeah, and being a woman and then having 2 daughters, like that's just terrifying.
It is terrifying, and I never even thought twice of it, you know, before. But now again, I just seen the article, and I was like, here, this Diddy thing is being so blown apart, which I know it needs to be discussed, but I think all that does is, I mean, it just goes to show the realization that it's around you. It's just not even about stars. It's about just
Yeah.
that's a big epidemic, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And
Um
people need to keep an eye on their kids. I mean, for real.
and if that can go on for so many years in Hollywood right in front of everybody, like it's going on everywhere.
For sure. To me, that's just really sad. I don't know. I thought it was horrible.
It
So
is horrible. Anyone that can hurt human beings, especially children, like I don't I
you're
can't
sick.
understand.
Yeah, you're definitely
Yeah.
sick. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. You can be the president of the United States. You're sick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I had seen that article and I thought, and then I read the list of the stars that was at Diddy's house and how many juveniles there were versus adults, and it's horrible, horrible.
Yeah, I've seen some of the Justin Bieber stuff and it
Yeah,
really is so sad.
it is sad.
Like, where were the people watching out for him?
Too busy spending
And then
his
also,
money.
did you hear? Yeah, exactly. Did you hear about that? What was that about the Nickelodeon Quiet on the Set,
I didn't
the
hear that.
documentary?
Uh-uh.
Uh, it was about just child abuse happening at Nickelodeon and nobody really doing anything about it for so many years.
So kids are not safe no matter where they go, are they?
No, they're not.
No wonder people want to homeschool.
I know. Yeah. Ugh, there's so much I could talk about with that, but I don't want to put like my community on on blast.
Well, no, we don't want to do that. You gotta live there.
I've mentioned this thing where you would say like 5 words or whatever, and then the first thing you thought
Uh-huh.
of. Do you want
Sure.
me to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Color.
Pink.
Coffee.
Oh, talk.
Monkey.
Oh, capuchin. Capuchin.
Beetlejuice.
I want to go see.
Rainbows.
Beautiful color.
Okay.
Oh, easy. Okay, money.
Love.
Circus.
Monkeys.
Elephant.
Memory.
Pictures.
Perfect.
One more. Purple.
Rain.
I love that movie. I said that was cool.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
kind of fun.
yeah, that's fun. There was a girl that commented on our podcast
Uh huh.
and she had a bunch of questions.
Okay.
One of them was your iconic pink nail polish brand or color.
Mm, I change it up.
Well,
She
everyone
just
thinks, sorry.
she just picks it. What she does, I always have to do sparkle,
Well, it looks good.
and I won't do anything but pink.
Really? Will you be will you be coming out with your own wig line?
If somebody gave me the opportunity, I sure would do it.
I think that could be cool. She said she was
Mhm.
thinking hair by Haddix for women and then Tonka toupees for men.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be good. I think Tonka would like that.
A lot of people ask about Dwayne.
Uh
They
huh.
feel they feel like they could tell that he loved you and was really connected to you. What like transpired between you guys after the documentary? Because essentially he kind of like he lied by omission to you.
Mhm. Um. Let me think about that. Basically, he and I
Yeah,
had
that's
always we stayed close. Um, I didn't
mhm.
realize to what extent he actually did lie until I seen the documentary and they played it out the way they did because I didn't know Eric Good was like just a few minutes away from me, hovering, watching. I had no clue that I thought he was in LA or wherever he lives, and I thought that he was guiding the direction of the documentary, but I had no clue as to how close he was. Um, and that kind of hurt because I really cared about Dwayne, and I still do, and I consider him. I don't know if I'd consider him a friend because that's really hard, but if he needed something, I would definitely be there because I think he was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I think ultimately he chose the money side or the documentary side. But I think for a long time he stood up for me to those guys and made them realize that my love for Tonka was a love, that it wasn't about money, that it wasn't about me trading him or prestige or any of that stuff. And I think that's why the documentary kind of went the way it did, even though it still was not a good, accurate portrayal. But I do think it could have been a lot worse. So, but I think that's compliments of Dwayne because Dwayne believed in me. And I think that's what, encouraged it to be like it is. So I think we have people come into our life for reasons, whether it be temporary or whether it be for long term. And me and Dwayne shared a lot of things. Like, I mean, he would tell me about his son, and he'd tell me about, his cruises that he went on, that he juggled on, and friends in Branson, and all kinds of stuff. But so did the other film crew. Like Ryan got married, and I got to meet his wife, not in person, but so I got familiar with all of their lives. Because we kind of was together 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long time and
And
a
sometimes
lot of
a
time.
week at a time, so you couldn't hardly help but know, you know, everything.
Yeah, makes sense. And especially when you're working so closely with people, you really get to know them quickly.
And he went to the vet with me. Dwayne would go to the vet with me. He would do everything with me because he fed my animals with me. I offered him a job here at the safari once the documentary was over. Before I knew everything, I offered him a job to where he could come work with animals. So yeah, it was tough. That was a tough loss, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Hmm.
And that's just another thing where it's hard to trust people.
It is. It is. People don't have an idea what really. I mean, even the U.S. Marshals that busted through the door here, to get Tonka, they didn't have a right to come through my gate and stuff like they did. I didn't know it at the time because I didn't have my attorney. But once I sought my attorney a week later, all they had was a temporary restraining order, and they were. I mean, they came in with guns drawn, and I mean, it was just really messed up. So I've had a lot of hard hits, a lot of injustices, and I'm not saying that I'm a total innocent victim because I chose Tonka and I chose to, lie to a federal court judge, which is not kosher, and I don't recommend that to anybody. And I'm not saying I was right, no matter what, but I thought I was
Hmm.
saving my kid. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the important thing is that you were scared and you didn't want anything to happen to him. And so you were just doing whatever you could in that moment and maybe not like thinking totally logically in that moment because that's really stressful.
It is. It is. And it's sad, actually, to be honest with you. So I hate
Yeah,
that happened. I do. I hate that. I hate a lot of things happen. I wish I could go back in time and I could have fixed things. And I wish that I could have dealt with Eric Good from the beginning. And we could have had a split too, and maybe changed the narrative and maybe made some positive things out of things. But we can't go back in time. All we can do is live with what we got. So
that's true. I feel like we're trying to do that now. Um, that's one of the reasons I enjoy working with you is because I feel like you were exploited and just getting the actual truth out there where people can see like you're actually a really good person that cares about animals and you do a lot like you take care of a lot of primates just for other people and for zoos and everyone just thinks you're like this lady that's stealing monkeys from their moms and
I know. I know. And it's sad to me. I mean, to be honest with you.
yeah,
I'd like them to see the hard work that goes into all this because I get up 7 every morning and I had just got finished once I hopped onto here doing what I need to do to just take care of what I got. And I don't hire staff. That's what people need to understand. I do it myself. So even though here I am, now mind you, I'm in a dress, but I go out and shovel poop just like anybody else does, just because I wear clothes like this. And a lot of people are ill-conceived about it because a lot of people think that I don't do it because I have nails or I have whatever. But I got news for you. I'm right amongst it, right up in it. I just choose to look flashy doing it, which is okay. My friends say, I have never seen anybody that can shovel poop and not get dirty, but you can manage to do that. And I'm like, I don't know. I just know it's all good. I just want to look my best every single solitary day, but that doesn't mean I'm not a hard worker too. So, but you can be both, I think.
oh yeah, I
You don't have to
know,
be
I
this
know.
old hag. You don't have to be an old hag just because you shovel poop.
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, I do shovel chicken poop and like I agree. What you want to look your best, you want to feel your best and just do what you're passionate about.
That's right. It doesn't matter. I think just I would like to keep. staying positive about things, supporting people. If any of our fans are in need of prayers, because I do believe in the power of prayer, and if anybody, needs us to do a shout out to them, I'm willing to do that. I want to make it the podcast to be about everybody to where they feel included. If they want to see more of the zoo, if they want to see more of the baby animals, I just don't want to bombard them with just that so that they think that's all I'm about. If they want to see me go shopping, if they want to see whatever, I'm okay with any of that because I do all of that stuff. I do retail therapy quite well, actually. Sometimes 10 pairs of shoes. I could show you my closet and it would scare you.
I don't think so. Not me.
Oh, I don't even have room. It's all piled up in floors. I can't even, oh, no. I took a bedroom to this house and made it into a closet. And
Well, that's awesome.
there's still not enough room. So, with that said, I just have a problem because whenever I'm down, I go retail therapy, or I go buy a new monkey, or I go do something. So, yeah, you know.
Well, those are things that bring you joy, and so you have to keep experiencing those things, of course. Everybody has like things that, okay, when I'm feeling down, this is what I do, and that's great. They're tools that you can use to feel better.
But I sure don't try to tear anybody else down just because I'm down, and that's the key thing. And I know I keep stressing that this week, but I've just seen some really nasty hate. And we already have bad things going on in this world, and we need to curtail the hate. I mean, we do against any group, whether it be the different candidates to the two different parties, or whether it be, our sexual preference, or whether it be, you know, our ages, whether it be, our color, our race, anything. We just need to have some passion and compassion for everybody. We just really do, whether you love animals, whether you don't love animals. Same thing I tried to tell PETA. I may be on your opposing end of the spectrum, but I'm willing to meet you in the middle as long as you're reasonable. But I think everybody needs to take a step back and be a little bit more reasonable instead of worrying about being politically correct.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But other than that, no, I'm good.
I'm going to talk to you about that after.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody has a great week, and I hope everybody continues watching, giving us ideas, and that we can totally make this podcast into being amazing. I really do. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think everybody should let us know about the Patreon and if they would want to do digital meetups regularly and also participate in the podcast.
Absolutely, because I think that would be cool to get to. See, I'm up here in Lake of the Ozarks, and I would love to connect because up here I can walk down the street and nobody even cares, that type thing. So rarely does people stop to ask for pictures up here. So I would like to see what is out there without being hurt by all the negative. So with that said, I mean, I'm wanting to meet up. I'm wanting people to connect. I'm wanting people to share their stories and for us to be a support system. So I'm pretty excited about that, actually.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And I'm grateful for you. Like I said, and I know I tell you that, but I really am, because it was funny how God sent me to you. And then you came along and I was like, wow. So it's been amazing. So I'm very grateful.
Yeah, I agree. I really love it. You're really inspirational to me, and I'm glad that I can, really one of my main goals is just to get your actual story out there because of how you were treated. And it's just really unfortunate. And so I'm really grateful that we can work together and keep building this platform for other people to also feel heard.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
agree. That's what I want to do, help their cause too, if we can, because, I mean, if we don't, then this world's gonna just be a horrible place to live. So I don't want to live like that. So we want positive.
Yes.
Till next week. All right.
Okay. Thank you for tuning into our podcast. We will be releasing new episodes every week on Monday. You can also check out Tonia on Cameo, and you can buy our merchandise at chimpcrazylady.com or on Etsy, with more places coming soon. Thank you.